Yeah. I want to welcome you all to the Millville Army Airfield Museum. To start, there's a lot of history. You look around you. There's Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard. Um, it really goes back to a young man back in the '70s, and yes, that was me. It's a lot easier talking about a young man. It doesn't seem so strange. So I'm going to address it that way. Anyway, in the early 1970s, this young man was interested in military. He had an uncle he adored, and when he heard that there used to be an Army base at Millville Airport, he was like, wow, I got to go look at this. And right about the same time, a friend said, you know what, there are some bunkers out behind Millville Airport. We got to go look at them. So we took our bicycles and rode. It was about 5 miles, and we found these big concrete bunkers out there in the airport, and I was hooked. The friend, that was the only time he went out there, but me, I came back and again and again and again. And the place started to yield all kinds of cool stuff. There were bullets, there were shell casings. I started to expand it, and pretty soon I started to realize that if you research and learn more about these things, then you can find more goodies. So years later, I had accumulated a large collection of items, and it was kind of well known. I had a couple newspaper stories and so forth, and the fateful day was in spring 1983. They were planning for a fly-in of a B-17 here to do a show. They come in. I think they give the press rides, and I think they might even sell rides. And a city commissioner had asked if I would set up a display for this event. We had history on the airport. So I came out and I set up a display, had a couple tables, some newspapers, some bombs, some rockets. And it went well, but I got to thinking. The city commissioner thinks there's a value of a display. Why can't there be a museum? So I went to that city commissioner and said, you know what, I got this idea. Why don't we have a museum at the airport? I got all this stuff. There's more to find. He thought it was a great idea, and he sent me out to Lou Finch, the airport manager, who offered me a space in his building, which was across the street here, which is no longer standing, and this building. This building was huge. It had been used as a dorm for Ryder truck drivers, and it was just there was a hole the whole length of the building. There was water everywhere. It was just too much for a young man trying to get a start. So I chose the city building.